I'm live streaming. I'm live streaming. I'm live streaming. I'm live streaming. Why? Because I love to live stream. Before we get started, make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to this awesome and amazing channel because I'm always gonna drop some good stuff on you. And again, I want to bless your look and I want to bless your life. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do today. I'm blessing your look and I'm blessing your life because we're going to talk about dropping 30 just like that. We're going to talk about getting snatched just like that. We're going to talk about changing your whole look, your whole level of confidence just like that. So, yeah. So if you're ready for your life homework, because I love giving weight loss tips because again, it's something that you can use and it also convicts you. It also convicts you. Oh, also too, before I get started, put 7 in the comments to get 7 free days of my online workout program. After that, it's only $30 a month. But again, I'm gonna give 7 free days. I'm gonna try it before you buy it, type of dude, because the aim is to help you drop 20 before the spring. The goal is to help you get rid of your Fupa before the spring and to get you snatched before the spring. And I'm personally gonna coach you to the body you want. So let's talk about dropping your next 30. Let's talk about dropping your next dress size while keeping that thing curvy. So let me give you your tip of the day that's gonna bless your life. Tip of the day. You gotta show up. Again, for everyone, there's a requirement, but you got to show up. You have to be consistent. You have to do the work in order to get the reward. Life is fair. You always hear people say all the time, life ain't fair. Yeah, it is. It's kind of like with work. Okay, you get paid based upon how much work you put in. So, in other words, you have to show up. You have to show up in order to get a check. You can't just show up when you want to. It's like a relationship. Again, how you do one thing is how you do all things. What got me? Got Yolanda up in here. Look, got Melissa up here. It's also like a relationship. Imagine the person you talking to calls you every once in a while, text you every once in a while. Whenever you want to get together for a day, they half in, half out, half in, half out. They might go out with you, they might not. That's how your weight loss journey is. By show of hands, if you've been guilty, just throw your hand up. 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 As I block somebody, Lord, people just wanna be seen. Hold on for a second. Let me hold on. Let me block, Lord. Because people just want to just be seen. God bless people who just want to be seen, Lord. But anyway, let's talk about it as I talk louder. That's how you are. That's how you are with your weight loss journey. It's kind of like whenever you're inspired, you'll do certain things. You might go to the gym because you're excited and you're motivated, but then it gets a little dreary outside. Maybe you're a little bothered. Maybe maybe somebody that made you mad. Now you done put it all together. Like the world's against you, and now you just retreat and you just put the blanket over you and you just get sad. No, no, no. If you're trying to drop your next 30, you can't do that. You can't be a slave to your feelings. You can't be a slave to your feelings. especially if you're trying to do something you've never done before. And think about it like this. How many times have you fallen short because of your feelings? I'm talking weight loss. I'm talking about that relationship. I'm talking about starting that business. I'm talking about all of that. How many times have you fallen short because your feelings have led you astray? Throw your hand up. Throw your hand up if you're guilty. We can't do that anymore. Okay? We can't do that anymore. At some point, you got to be like, okay, certain things in my life just ain't serving me like that. Certain things in life just ain't serving me. Me bowing down to my feelings every time things don't go my way. And let's have a grown-up moment. Every day ain't gonna be your day. So you learn more about you when things don't go your way than probably you do when things do go your way. Have a couple bad days, see how you act. Do you have a fighter's mentality of, you know what? I'm going to keep punching and I'm going to keep pressing until I get what I want? Or do you just start feeling bad? Start thinking the world's against you. You retreat. You play small. You back up. You don't do as much because you in your feelings. Just by show of hands, be honest. If you're a slave to your feelings, throw your hand up. Be honest. For the most part, look, I help you out. Over 50%. If you're one of those over 50% to where over half the time, sometimes your feelings win. Throw your hand up, please. Throw your hand up, please. We're moving away from feelings. We ain't doing feelings like that no more. We're going to reduce feelings. And again, you're going to slip up and you're going to have moments. But here's what I need from you. Whenever you start feeling a certain way, I'm going to need for you to reel yourself back in quickly. Because again, you going to drift a little bit because that's what you're used to doing. But as soon as you start feeling a certain way, you start feeling bad about yourself, you're not appreciative of what you have, you're always thinking about what's not going your way, reel yourself back in. How do I do that, coach? I got you. I'm going to show you how to do it. Always remember, you can't have a good thought and a bad thought all at the same time. Like, you can't do it all at the same time. It's very, very hard. So whenever you have a bad thought and you start thinking negatively about yourself, start being grateful. Start being grateful. Start thinking about, I don't know, the last bad situation you were in and you didn't know how you were going to get out of it. But God hooked you up. God hooked you up, took you up out of that thing. You know what I'm talking about. Everybody had one of those God brought me through type moments. Am I lying? Throw your hand up. Don't be shy. Look, we're going to have testimony service here in a little bit. And so when you can be grateful, instead of always looking at what's wrong, you got to change your lens. And this is what I'm going to challenge you to do. Change your lens, change how you see your life. And instead of thinking about all of the stuff that's not going right for you, start thinking about stuff that's going right for you. You're beautiful. You're attractive. People love you. You've been blessed your entire life. You have favor on you that you don't even recognize. All of the stuff that goes right in your life, it don't happen that way for everybody. So you have a certain amount of grace and favor on your life that you need to accept. And even during the dark days, you need to bring your own flashlight and be like, okay, wait a minute. A, this could be worse, but B, this is momentary. This momentary. And you'll hear me say this a lot. Sometimes you just got to outlast your storms because your storms hadn't come to stay. Again, a lot of times we have the microwave mentality of, I need this to happen now. I need for this to go away now. No. If you're in a storm, sometimes you got to crank out your umbrella and just wait for the storm to pass. Let your umbrella down. Keep moving. Keep moving. But again, it goes back to changing your lens, changing your frame on how you see your life. Again, you're blessed. Don't let nobody tell you different. Even if that little devil voice in your mind tries to convince you otherwise, that you're not, shut that down and go back to a beautiful thought. Go back to a beautiful thought. As soon as that little voice starts creeping into your head, shut it down. Shut it down. Let me read the comment. Good morning, coach. Amen. The sun has to come out sometime. So push through the storm. Absolutely. Absolutely. And here's the thing. For my strong women out there, throw your hand up, please. If at some point you've called yourself a strong black woman, an independent black woman, throw your hand up, please. I'm about to step on your toes because I'm your brother and I love you. And if you follow me for a minute, you already know I love you. Throw your hand up. If you've always or at some point classified yourself as such, throw your hand up. I'm about to hurt your feelings, but I do it out of love. I'm watching the hands come up. Look, I'm going to give it a few more seconds. I see more hands coming up. I got a word for you because I love you and you love me back. You don't have to do this mess by yourself. Stop trying to do life by yourself. You ain't got to do this by yourself. Anybody that has convinced you that you're alone, that you're by yourself, that for some strange reason, you got to put that cape on every single day of your life, flying through the air, trying to save everybody. Put that mess down. You ain't got to do that no more. You ain't got to do that no more. Let people help you. Open your mouth. If you need something, say what you need. Allow people to help you. When people ask you, how are you doing? Stop saying fine if you ain't fine. Because you have a lot of people in your life who waiting to help you, who waiting to bless you because you've blessed so many people. And here's how you become a blessing blocker. When somebody asks, hey, do you need anything? And you say no. You're blocking not only your blessing, but you're blocking somebody else's blessing too. You got to stop being a blessing blocker because, again, you have sown into a lot of people's lives, but they can't get that blessing because you keep doing that little prideful thing of, I don't need nobody. I don't need nothing. I'm good. No, you ain't. Allow people to help you. Allow people to bless you. Because when you allow them to bless you, they get blessed. If that don't change your mindset and your framing when it comes to your pride, I don't know what will. You're essentially stopping other people from being blessed because you're a blessing blocker and you want people to think that you are right and you don't need nobody. Let me help you. Everybody needs somebody. Everybody. I mean, and again, that's why we out here together. God just didn't make Adam. He made Adam and Eve. So God even knew that everybody needs everybody. Somebody needs somebody. So let people bless you again. And let me step on your toes again. You'll be praying for stuff. But here's the thing, the stuff that you be praying for all the time is in the people that you're around. You would be amazed of the gifts that other people have that you need, that you pray over, that you don't have because you all right. You don't need nobody. I'm fine. I'm straight. I'm good. Meanwhile, again, the person that you sit beside every day, that you talk to every day, has everything that you need, waiting for you to just to just be vulnerable enough to say, "Hey, can you help me? I would appreciate it." And a lot of people would just be like, "You know what? You've blessed me so much. I've been waiting on you. I've been waiting on you." Then next thing you know, mission accomplished. You blessed, they blessed, everybody's blessed. So again, you don't have to do stuff on your own and stop feeling like you have to do stuff on your own. Can we agree? I'm reading. I needed to hear this. That's why, yeah, we family, baby. Look, we doing life together. We doing life together, and that's what it's all. That's what it's all about. Everybody, first of all, everybody's supposed to be honest with each other. Everybody's supposed to uplift each other. Everybody's supposed to make everybody better. That's the whole point. And that's why I love doing live streams, because I get to read your comments. And again, we family. So we talking. And again, some of the stuff I say, you probably need to hear at this point. But again, you got to give yourself permission to open your mouth and just say, "Hey, need a little help. I need a little help. And I appreciate it." And that's fine. It doesn't make you any less of a person. But again, you being stressed all the time and bothered and suffering in silence and being miserable in silence, crying in your bedroom, but then putting on a perfect face when you go out in public. No, that's unacceptable. We ain't living like that no more. Mm-mm. We too blessed to be stressed. But again, sometimes you got to take ownership of your part of you delaying your blessings because of your pride. Ain't nothing wrong with saying I need. Look, when I call my people, for the people who work for me, "Hey, I need you to do this." I'm not one of those people to where I'm like, I ain't gonna ask. First of all, I'm paying you. So yeah, you supposed to do something. But at the end of the day, if I had a lot of your mentalities, I would be like, I don't need nobody to help me. I can do this myself. No, we ain't playing that game no more. Because again, a lot of y'all are blessed in different areas. You need to be focused on those areas versus trying to take on everybody else's stuff and being prideful. Bump all of that. Operate in your stuff. Operate in your gifts. And again, you free yourself up to operate in your gifts when you're not constantly being involved with stress. Anybody trying to stress? I'm reading the comments. You're stepping on my toes now. I'm just saying, we talking. But again, you gotta get out of your pride. Before I go, throw your hand up if you're prideful. Be honest. I ain't gonna tell nobody. Throw your hand up if you're a little prideful. Throw your hand up. Be honest. Yeah, we family. For my lay people, make sure you like, make sure you share this, make sure you follow this page. Throw your hand up if you're a little prideful. I have homework for you too, since we all talking. Throw your hand up. Let me see. Let me see. Melissa. Okay. Drew. Flute lover. Monique. Tiki. Here's your homework. We family. Get by yourself and figure out where did all that pride come from. Matter of fact, I'm about to mess. Matter of fact, I'm about to mess you up. If you already know, put it in the comments. Where did it come from? Where did all this pride come from? Put in the comments if you already know. I was gonna make it a homework deal to where we had to come back and talk about it. But since you here, you probably already know. Some of y'all probably need to sit back and be like, okay, well, this is where it came from. But some of y'all already know. Okay. Oh, let me take the first one. Being by myself. Okay. Oh, that was a good one too. Let me start with the first one. Being by myself. Let me throw this out to you. To both of y'all. Okay. You can't let people harden your heart. Because I have a sneaking suspicion that's the root of it. You've allowed people to harden your heart. You've trusted wrong folks, gave your heart to the wrong people. They disappointed you. You do what a lot of us do and basically say, you know what? I'm not going to allow that to happen ever again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to withdraw. I'm not going to do that ever again because now I feel stupid and you made me feel a certain way. And because now I feel like I can't trust nobody else, I'm just going to lay it on me. Does that sound about right? Here's the problem with that way of thinking. You block yourself off from other people who deserve you. Let me say it like this. You can do the right things with the wrong person. I'm reading the comments. You're right, coach. Absolutely. Okay. You can do the right you sometimes you can do the right things with the wrong person. It makes it wrong. So you withdraw. But here's what happens. What happens when you do the right thing with the right person? Wouldn't that make that right? But see, you don't get to that point because you've disqualified yourself because of somebody who didn't deserve you in the first place. You disqualify yourself. So the person that you've hardened your heart for, this is the other part. The person that you've hardened your heart for, they've moved on with somebody else. They ain't even thinking about you, but you have all the residue from that person who done moved on. So in essence, they've won twice. They've won twice. They've moved on, got with somebody else, y'all blah, and happy all of the day. They never shut their stuff down because we as dudes, we don't shut stuff down. We just like, oh, okay. Remember, we ain't all that bright now. It don't take much for us. We ain't that emotional. We just like get clunked in the head. Oh, okay, well, cool. All right, then let me move on. And then we move on. But y'all take it all here, keep it all here, punish other people who come your way because of that one person who walked away from you and moved on. Again, they won twice. Open up your heart again, please. Allow somebody in, please. Because you're letting him win. Or that family member who let you down, you let them win. They ain't thinking about you no more, but you thinking about them all the time. And you're preventing yourself from people loving you and pouring into you. You've allowed them to win twice. Stop letting them win. If that's your situation, throw your hand up, please. Again, you're blessing blocking. You're blessing blocking. Stop blessing blocking yourself. Oh, we having a good conversation today. Stop blessing blocking yourself. Allow yourself to love. And here's the funny thing. As a woman, you're supposed to love harder. So you're stopping yourself from being yourself. Think about that. If you were built to love and that's your superpower, but you cut it off because of somebody else, you're cutting off your own superpower. That's crazy. That's like me being the world's greatest weight loss expert and somebody didn't come to one of my sessions and I'm like, you know what? Bump this fitness stuff. Bump this weight loss stuff. Bump it. This one person. I don't care how many followers I got. You know what? I'm going to forsake all those followers because this one person didn't show up for my session. Bump fitness, bump weight loss, bump self-development. Well, I ain't doing that no more. All for one person. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm reading the comment. Flute Lover says, and when we do that, we give power away to the ones that hurt us and they don't deserve it. Absolutely. But again, that's when I be pointing the finger at y'all because y'all be giving away power to people who don't even have power outside of yourselves. And yeah, I'm talking about them family members in your life too. I'm not just talking about him, I'm talking about them. Also, because a lot of your family members do more hurt and harm than that dude who was just in your life for a few months. we're not handing over power anymore. No matter if it was that bad relationship, that bad baby daddy, or that auntie, that uncle, that mama, that daddy, again, they're all together. Am I lying? Did I just say something? Again, the people who wear your last name will do more detriment and more harm than the person who came in and out your life. Am I lying? Talk to me now. We having a conversation. We talking. So allow yourself to love, and I'll leave you with this. Now, throw your hand up if you're gonna open yourself up. Throw your hand up, because again, we family. But I got another piece of homework for you before I let you go. Throw your hand up if you're gonna allow people to serve you and help you and to pour into you. No more pride. We ain't doing pride no more. We ain't doing it. Throw your hand up. Throw your hand up. Okay. Now, here's the caveat because I do realize that you've been hurt and harmed previously, and that has hardened your heart. Now, with that being said, since you're open to loving again, here's the deal. And if I step on your toes, put the shoe emoji in the comment section for me. Here's your other piece of the puzzle. Make people earn you. Make people earn you. Stop giving yourself away so freely. Like you ain't special. You're extraordinary. You're not ordinary. But when you treat yourself, and again, everything starts with you, because again, I'm placing blame on you. I'm always gonna point the finger at you. Just like I always, if I mess up, I always point the blame back at me. I'm always gonna point the blame at you too. You gotta stop acting like there's nothing special about you. You gotta make people earn you. People should not just be able to walk through the door of your home. The door of your home is kind of indicative to the door to your heart. You just wouldn't let anybody walk in your home, correct? Don't just let anybody step into your heart. People have to earn you. People have to do work for you. People have to prove themselves, prove that they're worthy, of being in your life, because that's special. Not everybody should be able to be in your life. Amen. So if we're going to open our heart and we're not going to have a hard heart anymore, then we're going to treat folks like, okay, you want to be in my life? Okay. I'm not going to hand you the keys to the house. I'm not going to hand you the keys to the car. You got to earn some stuff. We got to be around for a little bit. we got to be around longer than a couple of weeks, couple of months. No. People got to earn you, because again, you're a once in a lifetime type deal. You're not an everyday occurrence. Again, you're not everyday. You're not ordinary. You're extraordinary. So start treating yourself that way. Start thinking better of yourself. Start speaking better when it comes to you. Start understanding that you deserve the best, because you are the best. But if you always bad-mouthing yourself and bad-mouthing your situation and always thinking negative thoughts about you and your life and where you should be, and you asking all these questions, why am I not where I need to be in life? I thought I'd be further in life. Then again, you just bring down your value with your thoughts, with your mouth, with your questions. When you start saying stuff like, I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, boom. I'm a once in a lifetime experience, not an everyday occurrence, boom. That keeps you up here. Your thoughts need to keep you up here. Your words need to keep you up here. Your actions need to keep you here. Your promises that you make to yourself daily, no matter how big or how small. It could be, I'm going to make up my bed. You did it. I'm going to the gym. You did it. You keep your life credit score up with yourself, to where you start believing that you do deserve more, because you keep your word. You speak good about yourself. You think good about yourself. Boom. Everything should always be up here. This should be your standard always. No more poor mouthing. Let me see. I'm working on my confidence. That's an everyday deal. Okay, but here's the thing with confidence. You have to be intentional about working on your confidence, but also give yourself credit. Don't be afraid to give yourself credit, because a lot of y'all who watch me, you don't give yourself credit. You'll do something great, you'll find some kind of way to take a dump on it. You'll do something amazing, you'll find some kind of way to make it mediocre, to make it minuscule. You'll do something awesome. I know a lot of people probably can't even compliment you, because you'll find some kind of way to shoot that thing right on down. Oh, girl, you look good today. Well, you know what? This whole thing, I've been had this. Well, it looks like you done lost some weight. Well, I done lost 15, but I was really hoping for 30. Stop doing that. Who am I doing? I'm stepping on toes again. Ooh, we got some work to do. You stamping. I'm just saying, we family, so we got work to do, but we gonna do it as family. Because I gotta make sure y'all good. You'll hear me say this all the time. I coach you in every area of your life, and that's real. Because again, me taking you from a size 16 to an 8, easy. Can do it all day long. Me helping you lose 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 pounds, you see me do it. Easy. But this right here, yeah, this needs a lot of work. And that's what we do. But again, you got to be intentional about working on yourself. and taking inventory and doing an audit of your life and being like, okay, this is really what's wrong. This is why I struggle versus always trying to divert and kind of like skim over it. No, because it's the little things over time that if you don't address will turn into mess. Especially up here. Especially up here. And that's what we got to work on. And that's what we going to work on. We working on everything, baby. I mean, everything. So the big takeaway from this conversation is open up your heart, stop being hard-hearted. Allow people in, but make them work for you. For every want, there is a requirement. And again, the requirement for a lot of y'all watching me is going back to trusting yourself and understanding your worth and never settling for less than your value. That's the takeaway. But everything starts, disclaimer, everything starts with you and how you think of you, how you feel about you. Because if you feel that you're not worthy, you're going to attract a whole bunch of unworthy people. That's why you get the same type of dude hollering at you all the time, because you think of yourself at a certain level. Oh, I'm stepping again. Let me step on your toes. You attract what you feel like you are. They're a reflection. Yeah, I'm talking about your baby daddy. I'm talking about the last few people that you've been complaining about. Why do I keep attracting the same type of people? Because of how you think of yourself and how you view yourself. You don't feel like you deserve more because you always looking at your past mistakes and you don't feel like you deserve better because all the miscues of the past. Hey, somebody. Hey, somebody. So we're going to work on that. We're going to work on that. Because again, it would be a shame for me to make you fine and unstoppable, but your mind's still jacked up. You still thinking about that heartbreak from 2010, 1996, 2018. We ain't doing that no more. Because it's not serving us anymore. Agreed? Agreed. So thank y'all so much for hanging with me. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Look, and I love reading the comments. I'm telling you that's why I love doing live stream. Because I get to see whenever I post a video, it's like you get to read the comments after. But I love doing this because it's real time and I can just look. I'm reading the comments. Thank you for the tough love. Well, somebody got to say it. Because here's the thing, you got a lot of people in your life, and again, this is another topic for another day, and we will address it. You got a lot of people in your life who don't want to hurt your feelings. You got a lot of people in your life who are yes people. Because if you follow me, you already probably legendary. So people don't want to mess that up. Again, I attract legendary people. So if you following, you legendary. You the cream of the crop. So if you the cream of the crop, you got a lot of people telling you yes and agreeing with you. You go, girl, and this, that, and the other. You don't need X, Y, Z. I don't even know why you deal with it. No, I'm the person that be like, okay, you wrong. And this is why you wrong. Let's talk about it. Because here's what I know. If you tell somebody the truth, they might get mad at you. But at the end of the day, that seed will take root at some point, and that thing will grow. And at some point, and I can't tell you how many people in life I've been honest with face to face. I'm like, nah, you don't need to be doing X, Y, and Z. They get mad. We fall out. only for what I said, what I told them, eventually came to pass, and now they can't look at me and have a conversation with me because they still got pride going on because I was right. Even though when I told them, they already knew I was right in the first place. But again, that pride thing, that's why I always talk about pride. Pride will mess you up. Pride will jack you up and make you do things you don't necessarily. It'll make you do things you know you don't need to be doing in your spirit, but because you feel like you got a point to prove to somebody else, you stay in stuff longer than you should. You ride that thing out longer than you should because you're trying to prove a point to somebody that was already right. So at some point, you got to remove the yes people out of your life and start bringing in people who can be honest with you and tell you the truth. Versus always, well, I don't want to hurt her feelings. I don't want to make them mad. Again, if I'm driving, if we're passing like this, if I'm in my car here, you're in your car here, okay, and we're going past, okay, and the bridge out. Oh, the bridge is already out where I'm going, and you already know. I'm gonna need you to stop me and be like, "Hey, bro, that bridge out over there, you might not need to be going about 75, 80 miles an hour because that bridge out." You need people in your life to tell you what's ahead. Versus, oh, they'll figure it out. Or I don't want to say nothing because I don't want to get involved in all that. They say, I'm gone. Look, I'm gone. I'm in the water. You could have saved me, but you didn't because, yeah, you want to be my friend. Look, you gonna let me fall to my death, but we were friends. No, I don't need no friends like that. Let me read. I think you accidentally. Now, if I blocked you, you probably did something wrong. I don't block on accident. Look, you probably did something wrong. So be nice, tread lightly. Because again, if I block you on one platform, you done did something that bothered me and made me mad. And we ain't gonna do that. Look, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. So thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. So yeah, let's keep being great. Let's keep growing. Let's keep getting better together as a family. Agreed? Okay. But again, I'm gonna step on your toes, and I'm gonna say some stuff that might make you cry, might bother your nerves. But at the end of the day, my job is to get you the thing. Versus you just sleepwalking through life, thinking that everything's okay. We're thinking people around here. Again, we don't do the zombie thing, and we just don't scroll through stuff and just sleepwalk through life because life is short. And again, I want you to be the best and have the best in every aspect of your life. That's the whole. If you follow me, that's the whole premise behind every single channel I have is to make you better, to get you better in every area. Not just pum, not just making you curvy and unnervy to everybody who comes into contact with you. Again, that's easy. But I want you to have it all. That's the vision of this whole thing. I want you to have it all. That relationship, that body, that confidence, all of it. Because you deserve it all. You're a child of God. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. So every great thing that has been promised to you before you leave this earth, you should experience. But you got to get out your way. You got to get out your way. So, love y'all. Have a great rest of your day. And you know what? I want to do a 5-minute ab session. I'll probably make it 10. Come back and hang out with me. 7:30 p.m. You know what? Hold on. What's today? Okay. Let's do 7. Meet me here at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll do a 10-minute ab session. A Fupa session. How about that? So come and hang out with me. Look, let me put this in my notes so I know to show up. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's go. Yeah, let's spend time together. But yeah, put 7 in the comments to get 7 free days of my online workout program. Wait until this broadcast is over. I'll leave the description in there again. You get 7 free days of my online workout program. Then it's only $30 a month, $1 a day to work on your fine with me. And again, I coach you in every area of your life. So love y'all. Come back and hang out with me later on. Be good. I'll go.